A manga about a royal simp? Well, there's something like that already. Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's me, Irvin, with another manga chapter review. This is going to be a new one. Not sure if I want to continue this one, to be honest. It was good. It just not a lot of chapters out, and I don't know if the guy translating it is going to actually do a fast enough job. But I'll talk a little bit about it after this. If you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. There is a giveaway depending when this video is released. I'm not really sure where I'm releasing this video. You'll have just about 5 or 4 days left, so make sure you go and check that video out in my channel, and you guys will be able to get some free merch. Also, if you want to further support the channel, follow me on social media: TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. I've been trying to my best to grow those. So if you haven't joined me there, join me there as well as the Discord and the Twitch. Everything is down there in the description below. Also a place where you guys can buy manga at a very cheap price. It's gonna be better if you from the US. I do realize not everyone watches me from the US, so check it out. Maybe it'll still be cheap for you. For some people, the shipping itself is just so expensive, and I'm sorry about that. But okay, Seikenshi-sama no Maken-chan. So this is gonna be um, genre-wise magic for sure. Demon against holy type of style series, as well as you have your knight. So kind of in the medieval era style of anime, and I do think it's a simp manga, and it's definitely gives that vibe. In fact, in one of the pages, I'm not really sure if this was added by the author or added by the translator. There's like a huge part where it says, "Wow, he's simping." So, not really sure who added that part, but I definitely got that vibe. And when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's basically what's happening. So, this is the first chapter in a nutshell. Essentially, we have our protagonist, who is this well-respected male. He automatically is chosen to be a knight and a holy knight for the kingdom, and I mean he goes through all the requirements pretty fast because he's also the son of one of the commanders there. So, not so hard for them to decide that they want him to be in leadership as well in the royal kingdom. So, his ceremony essentially, he takes an oath, and then he needs to choose a holy sword in which he's going to use to train and then fight for the kingdom. He goes into this rock where it's filled with swords, and he picks one out of all, and the sword turns into a girl. And automatically he says, I'm going to resign my position, and I'm going to live my life to devote myself to this sword. Now, while all this is happening, people are murmuring that the sword is actually not a holy sword, but in fact a demon sword. And they're one of the things they're wondering is why is it there. But secondly, they're all in shock in what he just did. He just retired, or sorry, quit his job just to be loyal to the sword. So he basically ends up in jail in a cell, and his dad goes and talks to him and says, "Hey, we basically need to show the kingdom that you're not a threat, she's not a threat, and they'll let you live here freely. You have 3 years to prove that she's not a threat. After those 3 years, I guess you can call of probation, then you guys can basically live a happy life as long as she stays in human form." And he's like, "Okay, we'll take the deal." And he is over gaga for her. When she shows up, he just wants to devote himself to her. Now, she does kind of go on the freaky side on this scene, because at the end of the scene, she essentially says that she wants to paint the world with blood. And I mean, if that doesn't give you the vibe of red flag, it should have given him red flags. This girl is meant and was made to kill and destroy. So, anyways, they go into this practicing range the next day, and essentially they want to see how powerful she is to see if she's a threat or not. And he has her turn into a sword, and after a few flirting scenes with her, he basically uses her and cuts the sea in half. Like she's powerful. And she tells him, "Oh, I just took a little bit of your magic and I just used it." And he's like, "A little bit? That means you can do more." And she's like, "Yeah, I can do. I'm a lot stronger than that." So at the end of the chapter, they essentially get exiled and they have to leave. They have to leave the country because um, they couldn't prove that she cannot be a threat to the royal kingdom. So that, in a nutshell, is the first chapter. It was a long chapter, about 60 pages long. I will say I skipped a lot of the things that are unnecessary, and that's probably why my explanation of the chapter was so short. What I didn't like about this manga itself is that you understand from the beginning that he's simping, but it takes it way overboard. So much where you get too tired of it, and I myself, at the end, I was like, okay, this is something that I might not re-pick up, even after just the first chapter. I might still give it a try on the second chapter, but it seems like his character is just gonna do stupid stuff for her, and she basically is going to take advantage of it. And although that might be a good premises, it's not good enough for me. I don't know. Out of 10, I'm going to give this one a meh score of 5. You can try it if you want. If you're into that over the top comedy where a guy is extremely stupid and does stupid stuff for a girl, you might enjoy it. I myself thought it was good to an extent, and then after maybe half the chapter, I was like, okay, this is getting way over the top. So too much for me. Not my type of not my cup of tea. But it could be yours. So and I'm not judging. Obviously, manga is made in all shapes and forms because we are all made of all shapes and forms and like all shapes and forms. So you might like it. So check it out. Guys, thank you so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe. I'll guys catch you on the next chapter review. I do have quite a bit of them releasing this week. If you haven't seen the ones that I've released already in the past few days, go check those out as well. Thank you for your love and support again, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.